All right, so let's do another CartoonSmart.com podcast. And Clevon, are you gonna help me out with this one yet again? You got it, man. What anything that I can do to help you out over here? So we're gonna go over while statements. Is that what you wanted to do? Sounds good to me. And what we could do is maybe kind of compare a while statement to just using the update statement in a Sprite Kit scene to kind of get something or other done. So, you ready? Yep, let's do it. All right, so what I'm going to do is let's get rid of all this garbage in the file. And by the way, I got a good idea for a business that has to do with trash can removal. So we could talk about that later if you want. No, okay. All right, so first thing we're going to do is let's go over the while statement, right? So I'm going to put it in here. While, oh, you know what? We need a variable first. It's something to test us out with. Let's go up here outside of the did move to view, and let's see. We're going to say var for variable. You know, some people var. Either one's right, I guess. Okay, you don't need to interrupt. So that's a var, and we're going to say something I got to keep an eye on all the time is the child support. So I'm going to say Clevon child support, and every month that starts back at 0 again because that's not how much I owe. That's how much money I got at the beginning of the month. So that's 0, and then the whole rest of the month I got to work up toward getting $450 divided by 9 kids. That's about $50 a head. So that's the target, right? So what we'll propose here is that while the month is going on, I gotta zippity up that money. So we're gonna put it here while, and then Clevon child support. Throw that in there, right? Paste it on in. All that is under 450. That's the bad times, right? I'm sweating it. I'm having to do all sorts of odd jobs. Clevon, where are you actually working right now? Well, let me just put this in here real fast. I'll say still working. How about that? Still working. And I am working over at the chop house, training to be eventually I'm going to be a chop master, but right now I'm kind of a chop master junior in training, I guess is what you would say. So still, Clevon's still working here, still chopping. And what you taught me this is that what we got to do is I don't want to get stuck inside of here like some sort of time loop that just never got, the days are just stuck on repeat, right? So I got to make this variable go up inside of here so we're not trapped, right? So we're going to say, remember, I am in training, so I'm embarrassed here, but I make about $5 a day. But that's better than what was going on before, where I was actually paying them to be in training. All right, so we're going to say 5, right? And then, what would be good, actually, would be to kind of print out how much I got, right? So why don't we do this? Let's put in here, still working, Clevon has, and then the backslash, / whatever. Neither of us have cared to look that up ever, have we? Yeah, that's true. You're right. So, yeah. Clevon child support, and that's going to tell us what I currently got, right? Which is going to start off at 0, and then we just kind of reiterate through here. I think it's actually iterate, like with an I in the beginning. Oh, all right. Okay, so iterate through here, and then it's sort of like the code is going to do all this, and then it's going to come on down here and say, like, print, that month is done. Right? New month coming. Kind of like that. Okay, there we go. So back to 0, right? Even though we didn't make it back to 0 yet, but assume I paid everybody at this. Here we go. And we got to let the old simulator fire up here. Apple logo. I just want to take a bite out of. Mostly because I'm hungry from chopping. It's a tough job, man. It's called the Widowmaker. The white screen of death, is that what that is? The WSOD? Well, we're going to let it run just a little bit longer. Oh, here we go. All right, so in the output window, it's showing us all the things that we printed out, even though there's no printer attached. So still working. Clevon has 0. You can see that that's the first thing that happened, right? No money. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I don't need to go through every one of them. But at this point, one kid is paid off. 50 right here. So you got lunch money. You got money for overstock karate lessons. Clevon, what is an overstock karate lesson? That's like when you go up to the instructor at the bank or something like that, and you say, I know that you're kind of off duty right now, but I have $5. Can you give me some self-defense lessons right here while you're taking money out, right? And then the money can go right into your bank. Or even if he was in his car or something, he doesn't even have to get out. If you want to live the lifestyle that you want to live, sometimes you got to make compromises. Like maybe your karate instructor is just driving slowly telling you what to do. That is funny, Clevon. Okay, so let's just skip past it. I guess I need to let you take back over. All right, so yeah, man, it did work out really well. When eventually we got up to 445, that was the last thing that printed out, and the month is done, and then the 2 months is coming back. You're making me laugh over here thinking about overstock karate. That is a real thing. Stop doing that, okay? So then the next thing, all right, so I'm going to show you this. All this happened super, super fast right here. You see, there was like no skipping of a beat. It's like 1 month in 1 second or 1 millisecond. But what we could do is we could come on down here to the the update. I almost said output. To the update statement down here at the bottom. Let me give us a little bit more room so we can just kind of talk without always looking down at the bottom. That's not a good way to live. And what we can do down here is we can kind of time it out a little bit, because this runs, see it says calls before each frame is rendered. So we could slow things down like a real month is definitely slow. So let's do this. Let's take, I still owe some alimony, so let's start things back over again. Alimony. And yeah, you know what? I didn't even specify the type over here. This is I should have done that over here. I guess Swift just kind of knows it. Some of the time it knows what you're talking about, or assumes, even though we all know assuming is, you can break it apart. First 3 letters, middle letter, then the last 2, and you get the point that I'm making. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with the alimony back at 0, and then we're going to progressively make it go up. So this is really easy. Look, alimony, and I try to set aside like $1 a day. So alimony equals alimony plus, doggone it, plus 1, and then if that gets up to like $60, we call it about even. So we'll say if alimony equals 60, you don't have to do the $sign. That's kind of assumed. Then we get to stop saving up for the month for that. Okay, that's only Sharice that I owe, not the other 3. So I'll put in here print. You did it, Clevon. And probably the rest of the money that you make that month is going to be for food and stuff like that for me. It never amounts to much. I live off about $6.50 a month. So let's run it now. But you know what? Actually, while we're doing this, let's just print out what the alimony is, right? So print. You know what? Watch this. I'm going to steal some of this code over here. Loop and bloop. And there it is. All we have to do is change this part. Oh, well, and this part too. Working off past mistakes. Is all anybody's ever working off, right? Am I right? Yeah, I think you're right, Clevon. Okay, you ready to run it? Let's see what happens. And it's building up again. Hey, look at that. See? Oh, nuts. Well, I forgot that we didn't really stop. This would be a bad situation. This would be like somebody taking money from me constantly. Like Sharit's got my card or something like that from, slipped it out of my back pocket. Or I dropped it maybe. And she's just taking the money out of my account. We don't want that. I mean, probably, I don't know. Here's what we'll do. Watch it. Take that out of there. And then we'll say, else. And then it's still going. Look at that, too. Dang, I'm losing some money. That cannot be the case. All right, so, you did it, Clevon. Over here, print. You are still working your tail off. But at least now what's going to happen is this is going to stop once this hits 60. All right, so let's try it again. Dang, look at that money. All right, here we go. That would be a lot. Yep, it would be. All right, here we go. 11 minutes. We're cutting through here pretty good. And look at that. It's going to keep reminding me over and over again, like a good motivational speaker that, oh, no, you know what? Doggone. This still doesn't make sense because it stopped the first time at 60, but then it kept doing it. What we need to do is test greater than or equals to. Now we're only going to see that. It's going to do what? Well, that'll keep reminding us, working off past mistakes. But see, there we go. You did it, Clevon. So every time now it says you did it, Clevon. It's not going to keep doing that. All right. So, oh man, that was a rough lesson to get through. I feel like by just the hair on my chinny chin that I figure it all out. It's not, you teach some good stuff at CartoonSmart.com, but sometimes you got to kind of do it. You got to be in it to win it. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you saying that. And now, you know what? Since I kind of mentioned that your website, CartoonSmart.com over there, maybe you could do a little something for me. I'm trying to set up sort of like, oh no, come on, don't do this to me again. No, just hear me out. Listen, it's a kind of like a social network for people that want to get rid of a trash can because I keep trying to throw out the same trash can over and over again. And it's like week after week that day. It's like the cat that just came back the next day. They never take it. You know what I'm saying? I can write on there, trash, me. No, me, the trash can. Get rid of me. That's the thing that I'm trying to get rid of. So I'm trying to set up maybe like a Facebook type thing where people find other people, or maybe it's more like a Tinder type thing, but they're finding trash cans to get rid of or maybe recycle, or like maybe my trash can is not good enough for old Clevon anymore, but it's good enough for the guy down the street. He's like, oh, I could still make use of that, right? So I guess my question is, I think that's a terrible idea, by the way. You should I don't know what you should do with that, but no. How quickly could you make like a clone of, say, Facebook? The whole site, just clone it, but for the trash can thing. I'm going to call it like Bin Press or Trash Book or something. Clevon, we'll talk about it. I don't know. I just need you on a conference call a little bit later with some possible investors. The manager at the Chop House, that would look good for me if you could kind of. Forget it, Clevon. I'm just going to turn it off now, okay? All right, man. Well, I helped you, but whatever. All right. Yeah, bye.